I'm Ģirts Majors, coming from Latvia, Riga. We're running a company, Positivus Music, and we're running one of the main festival in Baltics, Positivus Festival, for 6 years already. We already did headline shows in Riga for 8-9 years, and it was some time ago we think that we should do something our own. And in our business, it's two kind of things to do. It's develop some kind of venue or infrastructure thing, or go to the festival. Festival was a huge challenge, but as in that time we didn't see that this festival as it should be in popular music. There wasn't any traditions and experience in whole Baltics, I think, nearly at all, and especially we are talking about the festivals who taking place outside of the cities. Then we chose to go to the festival, and yeah, and then it was like everyone just tried to do as we imagine and it should be. Of course, we wasn't very experienced in a festival organizing, but we all our team is very much into the music, and then just try to very slowly to develop the thing, because the beginning was very hard and we lost a lot of money, but that was what we expected, that it's a long-term project and it takes a time. The main thing what we understood from the very beginning is that the site should be near to the sea, because we all are sea countries, and it would be hard to explain for foreigners, especially if you try to welcome them, why it's not happening near the sea. And then strategically, it very logically, that was because the best road from the Riga is this via Baltic, and we try to look the site near the sea, and where is a good, when it is easy access. And then that was this part of the country from Riga to up to look on the possible options, and there wasn't very much. And of course, that it's so close to the border, we always understood that it's a very valuable and good thing. And from the first year when we saw, because we didn't any marketing in the first years in Estonia, but when we saw that already Estonian police works in a festival site, and Estonian visitors also came from the very first year, then we felt that it's very good for the festival, because if the people from neighbor countries come to your event, I think, especially for the beginning, it was important. Then it was very good for this for the locals as well, because if the locals see the foreigners like this, and it's easy to sell in your home country as well. But of course, nowadays Estonia is our second most important market, and we're doing a lot of things in Estonia, and everything what we do with a festival, we all the Latvia and Estonia, I think we spend the same time to things what we will do in marketing in Latvia and what we will do in the same time in Estonia. For the first years, it was very important to get maybe biggest possible headliners that we can afford, that they can sell tickets. But at the same time, for us, main challenge was to build this whole program with very good and interesting acts, and that's why that we are not very concentrating to get the best or biggest possible headliners. We think that for the festival, it's much, and especially if we have such a good audience who are really spend attention what happens on the stage, then this is like I think this is the main reason why we can afford to take so many different acts, that we have an audience who are really spend attention what happens on the stages. Maybe in Latvia we could think about the showcase, which is like a more just some kind of in a winter time, some kind of festival, just indoor festival in the small venues. I think the problem in Riga is that we don't have so many places at all in Riga where we can put the live bands. Because the Riga is, I don't know how many times bigger cities than Tallinn, but this is, I think, the most strangest thing we have, that there is on a one hand finger you can count how many places there is with the stages. And that's why I think it's maybe that we never could, I think, in a short term, I don't see it in Riga that would be in such a concentrate place, so many different venues than you have in Tallinn. I can talk about the indie scene where we are. I feel that we are very close with Estonians, especially last years, because you know the biggest Estonian act, it's released by Latvian record label. And in Positivus festival last year, I think we had much more Estonian acts than Latvian acts, especially on the main stages, because this scene, I think, is very close, and this very numbered people who are involved in this business. We are very good friends, and sometimes I also spend more time to dealing something with Estonians than with local, just because, yeah, this few number of people who works in Riga and Tallinn and doing these things. We very well know each other, and that's why I think it's last year's especially, it's very close. About Lithuania, it's I think my feeling it's totally different. We also have a little bit. It's more difficult to sell the festival there than to sell, but that's also logical because the festival is very far away from Vilnius, for example. And but I feel the mentality and this music taste in the indie scene, and folk, which nowadays becomes more popular and popular, I think we are on a very same wave, and I see the very good future that the things will happen together more and more. And as you said, there is this now. Nowadays, most popular Estonian acts, they are very growing in Latvia as well, and I think they have great possibilities to good career and business in Latvia in a nearest future. We are very new in that. We didn't have any experience in a past in a popular music at all. We are at the very, very beginning, and first of all, there is no acts. Nearly there is no acts. There is no music industry experts at all. There is no this knowledge. No. We are in very beginning. In the same time, if we are looking how we was 10 years ago, we definitely can say that we are in better situation, and there is the things are getting better and better. Just you can't expect to get everything in the first day. But I think if you're talking about the music export, local music export, then my sure first is that we need to involve in music as much kids as we can, and there is this professionality and the things how the people actually spend the time, and if you want to do a band, then it's like in a sport. You need to do it in a full time, and you need to training, and you need to think, and of course together with the talent and all this creative stuff as well. But I think the thing about what we can say, if it's a professionalism, then for me, I think it's a main reason why the things and we are not competitive. Of course, in a popular music, we need to find our way, how we can be, what is this exact style, what we're gonna to try to sell and everything. This is very important things, because you can't just do the music and thing, because there is plenty of tons of the bands everywhere. Everyone knows it. And if you want to do it with a business, then you need to do as every other business field. In a very concrete way, you need your strategy, you need to understand which is your style, where is your point of sale, how you compete with others, what is different in music. It's also one of the most important, I think, thing is how you can be different from others. And that is that is the things that I don't think how many musicians think about that in the day and times. They're just buying instruments and starting to play, and of course in such a small countries as we are, you are getting this first popularity very quickly, but it doesn't say anything actually, because it's not the if you're starting to do, if you're gonna start to do the business, then it's a difference than just to get the first single in a radio top, yeah. And that's why I think this is a things what everyone who are in this business need to think about more and more. That's why good is such an event as this professional events where there is this panels and conferences where professionals from experienced world try to tell that the things are not so easy than in the first moment it looks like. My first advice is try to be as best as you can, and think about your performance like as about this of your level of quality, what you can do, and then if you will be competitive, the things around you are just happening by themselves. It's you know, but of course I think for the new acts it's very good that you are, if you are coming to here, it would be good that you have been there as, I don't know, as just maybe delegate or whatever year before, and just try to understand how the things are going in such an event at all. And another thing, of course, is if you're coming with an act, then try to get some kind of publicity, because if you are playing in some venue or some stage, and there already is a lot of stages and venues around there, you need to think how to get to your showcase people that who can see your act, and that's why you need to think how you can get the crowd and how you get the people who make a buzz about after your performance. I think this is very simple.